one or two sectors where jobs are going to be created as a result of the budget?
Manufacturing, services, all the jobs are created in all sectors. I don't want to wager numbers here that we have not quantified it. I will be irresponsible in doing that. I just told you. Nowhere you look at it, people don't talk about that. The only place you hear that thing is in France and America.
Probably maybe you're doing so much, and because you don't have staff.
Yeah, but that's why we're making an effort
justify that.
We're making a macroeconomic effort to quantify that. I say, in both the formal sector, the government formal sector, the private sector, through tax data, we have the data. We're challenging the teams at finance, LRA, and the consultants we bring in, and our partners to be able to generate that. So in other words, when we have that minimum data, it may not be accurate, like the whole economy, or we can use that as a baseline. So the politicians can be looking at quarterly forecasts now based on how many jobs are created every quarter. That's what we're working on. It's work in progress.
Let's open the lines. Kelvin, you have a question?
Yeah, again, I'd like to say good morning, Mr. Minister. Under this slide of our conversation, I'm interested in Liberia's maturity to exit the IMF. Are we sound an economy, and have we reached a point where we can now exit the IMF program?
Well, the program is for a 4-year duration. When you go into a program, it's for a certain time. And after the program, you make the assessment. Yes, the IMF program is not something that sometimes is vilified, but basically it's simply this analogy. Kevin Deming has his home, and I, Samuel Tweah, observe Kevin Deming every day. I see his children come outside; they don't have clothes. I see them don't go to school. I observe, right? But then I go outside, I see Kevin Deming drinking with his girlfriend. So I think about, why is this guy having resources but he's not sending his children to school? Then I come here. I said, Kevin, yeah, I will help send your children to school. I will help you with structure. But at the end of the day, maybe I don't want to see you after work drinking. That money you're giving to the girlfriend, let's give some. Am I against Kevin? Am I against you? I'm not against you. IMF program is just discipline. Only spend what you have. If you excessively borrow, you risk collapse. You're hearing some countries defaulting now, right? Because of the extent to which you're hearing that in Zambia, right? You guys are journalists, you read the thing, defaulting, reclassifying. Because if you excessively borrow, if you take more in than you chew, you will choke. So in other words, sustainably plan your management. Yeah, we can fight with the fund here and there, all that one. But overall, it's not like a bad thing, all right? It's just responsible management. Legislators, when you pass the budget, let's do more money for investment. Let's reduce goods and services here. Let's stop wasting. Yeah, the political football thing, there's more money there, but let's reduce that amount of money that's going to politics and for political influence. And let's move. It's just all they're looking at, all the indicators, deficit, so that you're not risking the future by taking money away from debt. You're creating more debt. You don't want to pay the debt, but you're spending more on foreign goods. It's just sound economic advice. So we will do well in the program under this review. When this review over, when the Article 4 comes up, you'll see all the data. It does show when we exit the program, we will be exiting the program on a strong foundation of macroeconomic stability, continue to reform in governance and the rule of law, and the fight against corruption. All of that work, and now we're looking at the real sector, continue to work in agriculture, continue to work in manufacturing, continue to bring electricity costs down, continue to give more people power. And once that happens, the more people who want to invest in, take SETI for example. If SETI told me his electricity costs, he's going through here, I said, Jesus Christ. SETI, if we bring that cost down for him, he probably can build 2 more factories in Liberia. That's the way you create jobs, by solving the constraints to private sector expansion. That's what we try to do under the MCC, the Millennium Challenge Program. We saw that the McCoffey is here. Let's continue to do work in the electricity sector. Let's build more roads. We want to open the country up. Under this president, we want to make sure that Ganta Harper is pliable with paved road. When that happens, you will take loan and open a motel on the Ganta Harper Highway. People will go and expand because everybody now will be moving for weekend. I will get up from here and go to Maryland County. In Thursday, I will drive from here and go Thursday and spend a weekend in Maryland County and come back Sunday to go to work. That's how the economy will open. That right now cannot happen. The coast, all this work is happening. And so the people want to see ambition, they want to see growth for 100 years. But my brother, you got to continue the progress gradually. And that's it. We'll be counting our chicken, along the way. but we're making measured progress. When I come here and tell you, say, you know, everything is rosy, it's work in progress under the president. What we have not achieved in 100 years, we're not achieving in 3 or 4 years.
I know Tweah said that.
So,
Yeah.
Minister Tweah, you know, the issue of domestic and external debt have been raised over and over. How are we serving our debt? And could you tell us something about Liberia's current debt portfolio?
That's it, and that's one of the reasons. Two major reasons I came here today. LEC and domestic debt, because there's been some propaganda, I think, run by Senator Dillon. I mean, he has had some legitimate questions. The Senate has invited the Ministry of Finance, who provided the data, but I do see now that beyond the legitimacy of questions, the Senator wants to get into some politics. I know that because I received some text messages from people, and it's politics, and there's nothing there to do politics about. So this is the government that is transforming the debt space. The debt space has been a morass, a mess. It is President Weah that is transforming that space. The money we used to owe to the central bank was not even known. It was hidden. It is under President Weah that that money was known and reclassified. The president spoke about that in his annual message, that we bought